Imagine a Hollywood where one woman commands the screen with the same raw intensity, jaw-dropping stunts, and magnetic charisma as Tom Cruise. Now, picture this. Henry Golding, the suave star of Crazy Rich Asians, steps forward with a claim that set Tinseltown ablaze. Charlize Theron is that woman. Yes, you heard it right. Charlize Theron, the Oscar-winning powerhouse, is being hailed as the female counterpart to the Mission Impossible icon. But is she truly Cruise's equal, or is this just another Hollywood hype machine spinning out of control? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into this cinematic showdown, and trust me, it's a wild ride. The bombshell claim that shook Hollywood. It all started on the set of The Old Guard 2, Netflix's highly anticipated sequel to the 2020 action hit. Henry Golding, 38, didn't hold back when he spoke to People magazine about his co-star, Charlize Theron, 49. "She's a rare commodity in Hollywood," he declared, his voice brimming with awe. Charlize is the female counterpart to a Tom Cruise. She elevates every project she touches. That's no small praise. Comparing anyone to Cruise, the man who's dangled from skyscrapers and piloted fighter jets for our entertainment, is a bold move. But Golding doubled down, pointing to Theron's unmatched work ethic, her leadership on set, and her ability to pull off stunts that leave audiences speechless. The claim hit like a thunderbolt. Within hours, posts on X were buzzing. At People tweeted, "Charlize Theron is a rare commodity in Hollywood." Henry Golding says, "Female counterpart to a Tom Cruise, exclusive." At MSN echoed, amplifying the hype. "Charlize Theron is a rare commodity in Hollywood." Henry Golding says. Even at Parade magazine jumped in, calling Golding's statement bold and spotlighting Theron's return to the Old Guard franchise. Fans on X were divided. Some cheered the comparison, with one user posting, "Charlize has been killing it in action roles forever. About time she gets this respect." Others were skeptical. "Tom Cruise? Really? Let's not get carried away." The internet was on fire, and the debate was only just beginning. A cinematic powerhouse in action. So, what makes Theron worthy of such a comparison? Let's set the scene. Picture the set of The Old Guard 2, a gritty, high-stakes action flick directed by Victoria Mahoney, slated to drop on Netflix in 2025. Theron reprises her role as Andy, or Andromache of Scythia, an immortal warrior who's been slicing through enemies for centuries. Golding, playing a new character in the sequel, watched Theron in action and was floored. "She's there before anyone else," he told People. "She's running the show, setting the tone, and then she steps into these fight scenes like it's second nature." Theron's preparation was nothing short of Herculean. Months of grueling training went into perfecting her combat sequences. Think hand-to-hand battles, sword fights, and choreography so precise it rivals a ballet. Golding couldn't stop raving about her stunt work. "She's doing things that make you go, how is that even possible?" It's Tom Cruise-level dedication. If you've seen Theron in Mad Max, Fury Road, or Atomic Blonde, you know exactly what he means. Her Furiosa was a force of nature, driving war rigs through apocalyptic wastelands. In Atomic Blonde, she took down spies in a single-take stairwell fight that's still the stuff of legend. This isn't just acting, it's a masterclass in action. But it's not just about the physicality. Golding emphasized Theron's ability to carry a movie. Like Cruise, who's turned Top Gun and Mission Impossible into billion-dollar franchises, Theron has a presence that commands attention. "She walks onto set and everyone steps up their game," Golding said. "It's not just her talent, it's her energy." That energy translated to the screen in The Old Guard's first installment, which became a Netflix sensation in 2020. Theron herself hyped the sequel on Instagram, posting behind-the-scenes shots with a caption, "Andy's back, and she's ready to fight." The post racked up thousands of likes, with fans commenting, "Charlize is a queen," and "Can't wait for more badass Andy." The media fallout and social media storm. The media pounced on Golding's comments like sharks smelling blood. Headlines screamed about Theron's Cruise-level status, with outlets like MSN and Parade magazine amplifying the narrative. On X, the reaction was a mixed bag. Some fans were all in. Charlize has been out here doing her own stunts since Aeon Flux. She's been on Cruise's level. Others weren't convinced, with one user snarking, "Tom Cruise jumps out of planes. Charlize is amazing, but let's chill." Another ex-post took a different angle. Why do we need to compare her to Cruise? Charlize is in a league of her own. The debate raged on, with Theron trending for hours. Critics, too, weighed in. A Variety op-ed praised Theron's versatility, noting her ability to shift from Oscar-winning drama, Monster, to blockbuster action, The Fate of the Furious. But some questioned whether the Cruise comparison was fair. Cruise is a stunt pioneer, one critic wrote. Theron's incredible, but her focus is more on character-driven action. The discussion spilled into Reddit, where a thread titled "Charlize Theron vs. Tom Cruise. Who's the bigger action star?" garnered hundreds of comments. One user summed it up. Charlize brings heart to her roles. Cruise brings adrenaline. They're different beasts. The context: Theron's rise to action royalty. To understand why Golding's claim resonates, let's rewind. Theron's journey to action stardom wasn't overnight. Born in South Africa, she started as a model and dancer before breaking out in The Devil's Advocate, 1997. Her Oscar win for Monster, 2003, cemented her as a dramatic force, but it was Mad Max, Fury Road, 2015, that redefined her. As Furiosa, she didn't just steal the show, she owned it, proving she could hang with the big boys in action. Atomic Blonde, 2017, and The Old Guard, 2020, solidified her as a genre trailblazer. Unlike Cruise, who's known for death-defying stunts, Theron blends raw physicality with emotional depth. Her characters aren't just fighters, they're survivors, carrying centuries of pain and resilience. Cruise, meanwhile, has built a career on pushing limits. From hanging off the Burj Khalifa to flying jets in Top Gun, Maverick, he's the gold standard for action stars. But Theron's no slouch. She trained for months to wield a double-headed axe in The Old Guard, and her fight scenes in Atomic Blonde were so intense, she cracked 2 teeth. "I wanted it to feel real," Theron told Variety in 2017. You can't fake that kind of pain. Her commitment mirrors Cruise's, but her approach is uniquely her own. Gritty, grounded, and fiercely human. Why this matters? Here's where I get real. Charlize Theron isn't just an action star, she's a game changer. Comparing her to Cruise isn't about pitting them against each other. It's about recognizing that Hollywood has room for more than one legend. Theron's ability to balance raw power with vulnerability is something Cruise, for all his brilliance, doesn't always do. She's not chasing stunts for stunt's sake. She's telling stories through every punch, kick, and sword swing. Watching her in The Old Guard, you feel Andy's exhaustion, her centuries-long fight. That's what sets her apart.